smirking.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Are you sure?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
I don't know. I feel like that's not what he's saying.
No. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
And then there's an 18th person, and a 20th person, and a 30th person. There's just the whole city's involved at this point.
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Get hold of the whole man in this room, just cram him in.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah, Coco, it kind of points to you, unfortunately. Based on what we know, there could only be two suspects, Makoto and Coco. Oh, thank you for the sad video story. Makura and, no, not the headmaster, Toko, and just it's these two.
I got it!
Yeah, it's me and Coco.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
So they have alibis.
gym?
Why is she shocked?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Coco. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. I
have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
I mean,
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
took place after 7:30 a.m. Makoto's little dirt bulge got like little pizza. That's not blood, it's grape jelly.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Fine.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
But it had to happen before 9 a.m. when Toko found the body.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Probably not, but
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
sometime was the body discovered 9 o'clock.
I got it!
That one was boom, easy.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
25 o'clock, of course. Oh, you're right, Pebbles. My favorite time of the day. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, get the pickaxe and be back by 9:01. English is the worst language. It doesn't even follow. I don't understand English. By the way, I have such a hard time with
It had
it.
to be around then.
So right now, for people who don't understand this game or haven't seen this game before, we're right in the middle of a class trial. We're trying to figure out who murdered another student. We're trying to figure out who the murderer is. So I have to take all the information and all the evidence I've collected and try to pinpoint like who did it kind of thing. We're playing like CSI.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true. But neither does... Wait, Coco doesn't have an alibi. For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have
But
an alibi
I'm
for 10
sure I
o'clock.
met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
I don't think the timer should be going. I don't think it goes when I'm talking to them.
Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
30.
I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Wait, but Hina doesn't have an alibi for being in the dining hall either, because Hina was waiting for me for when, because she went to go get breakfast. So I guess Hina could have done it, but I don't think Hina did it either. Murder happened between 10 and 9 a.m. and I didn't have an alibi for 9 to 6. Timer goes only during, yeah, I would say only during the mini games, I think. And then it looks like the game has begun. I can't prove an alibi for that period, but I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. I'm curious what he's gonna bring up. There was a squawk? Yeah, that was the squeak. The squeak was my follow. I'm gonna say the sprinklers. Had to, I think it's the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Where's sprinklers?
It took
Sprinklers.
place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
That's right.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's also right.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most
That
of
must
that
be your
time.
own right.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Alakazam. How's your day? How's your weekend going?
7:30.
Okay.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
It's Hina's. I have to do the sprinklers on Hina's. Am I allowed to bully Togami? I think everybody bullies Togami here. Oh.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh wait. Really?
Shoot!
Well, I know it's the sprinklers.
We've established
Hold
a
on.
time frame for the murder. We've established a time frame for the
No.
murder. It took
Place somewhere between 10 o'clock and...
Yes.
No.
So I was right with the sprinklers. I was just hitting the wrong text. I swore it was Hina's text though.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Because if it had taken place during the night, the body would be wet from the sprinkler. I swear that was me that
what
played
makes you
that.
say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden.
So I was right about the sprinklers. I just wasn't right about who I was attacking with it. It's interesting, but the sprinklers go off at 7:30, so I thought that's why it would be important to hit Hina's. That's why I was like,
The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
exactly. Boo! Boo!
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
But that's because I splashed water on it after it caught fire.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Toko, you're the one saying it, not me.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
She angry.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Really, is it that hard? They didn't prove that it wasn't the sprinkler that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence and that should do it. Oh, is it the bullet thing? Really? Yeah, the moment of truth, it's this. I figured.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about
I mean, Toko could have done it.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough!
Oh god, damn it!
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough!
seen a beat.
No, no, no!
Oh god! Oh, thank god!
How
body
can you
analysis.
say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Did I miss? Oh my god. Oh, I have to fight her again?
Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Well, it'd be nice if I knew what the bullets I had were before it showed it to me.
No!
Okay, go.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Oh, body analysis. Please. Oh my god. Not like this.
Are you trying to blame me?
Just die, Toko.
I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing.
Toko, I swear to god. How would you say?
How can you say it?
This should
There we go.
prove
Oh
it.
my god. Just go down, Toko. Just sleep. Shh. Sleep, Toko. Sleep.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the
Shut up, Toko.
sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but
No.
the bottom half was completely dry.
That's my least favorite minigame.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Because I always panic during that minigame.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Why would that make somebody a maniac?
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Which makes me think it's either Hina or Toko, because Toko discovered the body, so she could have easily killed her, or Hina because Hina was in the dining hall, but she was, you know, waiting for me. Oh no, but it wouldn't have been Hina. Hina is the voice of reason. I mean,
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
good for you, Makoto. I'm so proud you're not a murderer.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is
Is Coco.